works, good. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, the sun has come out. Could use a little more of it, couldn't we? I have your attention just for a couple of minutes. We promise that we are not going to bore you with speeches today. It's mostly about fun. So I was just going to start off and say a few words, and then we're going to invite you to share some refreshments, and then a little later, Marita and Chris and Lisa are going to acknowledge some of the many wonderful volunteer groups that we have operating, and then we're going to have some entertainment. So that's the order of the afternoon. We really appreciate all the work you've done, and we truly appreciate your coming out here today to let us thank you. We feel honored to be able to do that. I am not going to acknowledge each of the groups individually because I'm going to leave that to the members of our staff to do, besides which I know I'd forget somebody and then I'd be in trouble. But there is one group that we don't have formal recognition of, and yet some of you were a part of that, and that's the last two storms that we've had, the many volunteers that just showed up at the shelter and said, what can I do? And we had such a easier time running the shelter because of all the volunteer help we had, but we don't have a central organized label for that group. We just call them the shelter volunteers. So if any of you are among that group, our heartfelt thanks. And if you know people who did that, who somehow didn't get on our list today or weren't invited, please extend our thanks to them, because they really did make our job tremendously easier. So when I start thinking about volunteers, and I've done a fair amount of volunteer work myself, I started to think, what motivates us to be volunteers? And I talked to a few people, and I looked on the internet, and it seems that there are a few things that motivate people. Sometimes they get motivated when they see a need that's unfilled, and they say, I could help with that. Other people just have a desire to help to start with, and then they go out and seek something that needs their help. Some people are looking for a way to feel productive. Some people just want to stay busy. And some of us are trying to stay young, all of which are very, very valid, I think, reasons. And what I realized was that not everyone volunteers for the same reasons or starts on the path the same way, but I think we all get some of the same benefits from it, which is just that good feeling inside of, I did something valuable. And whether anybody acknowledges it or not, you go away with that warm feeling. And that's something that I think is what keeps us coming back for volunteering. So whatever it is that motivates you, we want to say thank you and appreciate the value that you have to our community. And I found something on the internet that is funny, and I hope I don't offend anyone. Are there any lawyers in the group? Okay, I'm asking in advance for your forgiveness. Okay? This is just something cute I found on the internet. A Red Cross volunteer and a lawyer died and went up to heaven on the same day. St. Peter asks the volunteer to wait a little bit and lets the lawyer in first. As the gates close on the volunteer, he sees the lawyer greeted with fanfare, music, cheers, etc., and a choir of angels descends and sings joyous hallelujah. Finally, the Lord himself appears and gives a personal warm greeting to the lawyer. Things begin to die down, and the lawyer wanders off to enjoy his eternity in heaven. As the last angel floats away, St. Peter finally grants entrance to the volunteer. There is no music, no choir, no hallelujah. The last of the crowd is leaving. Confused, the volunteer looks to Peter for an explanation. Oh, we get volunteers in here all the time, but this was our first lawyer. And we want you to know that the volunteers are truly our angels in the community. We could not accomplish half of what we do without all of your help, and that is the truth. I mean, so many of the programs that we operate, almost every program, is at least half dependent on volunteers, and that goes from the food bank to the senior center to the shelter. Everything we do incorporates volunteers, and we could not begin to serve the community as we do without your help. So even though you may do a little bit, please remember this quote from Mother Teresa. We cannot do great things, only small things with great love. And everything that you contribute, the whole becomes so much greater than the sum of the parts. And we could not, and I truly mean this, begin to do half of the service that we do for Wethersfield without you. And I want to leave you with one final quote, which many of you may have heard. Volunteers are not paid, not because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. And you are priceless. And I see that our town manager has arrived. Jeff, did you want to say a word or two?
Thank you.
And after Jeff finishes, please help yourself to some refreshments.
I want to thank you all for coming today and echo Dr. Stillwell's comments. This community really is a community of volunteers, from our fire department to people that help with rec programs to social youth services to the shelter to everything we touch in this community. There are people who volunteer endless hours and tremendous effort to helping us achieve what we've achieved in this community for our residents. So it's just, we're grateful. We couldn't afford to do half of what we do without people such as yourselves who dedicate their time and efforts. And hopefully you feel good about that. Feel good about the service you provide, feel good about the help you provide, and look forward to doing that, because it is thankless. It is something that some days it's tough to do, but you do it because you want to do it, and you do it because your heart tells you it's the right thing to do. And that's what we count on. People, good people doing good things for the right reasons. And that's why we're here today, to thank you for that, and hopefully that you continue your terrific service to the community and continue to help us out, not as a town, but as a community. And that's what we're here today, as a community, not just a town. So thank you, and enjoy the day. And please. Eat. In that or no?
Really, Jack?
No, but what we were writing about was the language and the interaction with me. And in the last episode,
Oh, I know what happened.
well, the debate.
I saw it. I saw that.
I mean, that's the way they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't really watch it.
Oh boy, you're in trouble. And Martin, she break it up a little bit more. Sort of getting me to emphasize but I think Martin,
Freedom is no, but it's
the right, yes. Yeah, my daughter.
I know you watch it, you're all.
Yeah, that's
I buy my own stuff that I can do with it, what I want to do with it. So I watch, in the kitchen, watch episode of season 4 already, and you do. Because everything. Want to go like
Yeah.
For anyone who hasn't met me yet, I'm Lisa Gallipo, and I'm the new Senior Center Coordinator. And it's time to get to know everyone. So if I haven't met you yet, please stop in my office right where Donna Matheson was and introduce yourself, and I'll try to remember everybody's names. I'm starting off today to thank some of the groups that I'm most familiar with in the 2.5 months I've been here at the Senior Center. And I'm going to be followed by a couple of other people who are going to also thank the volunteers that they've worked closely with. First of all, I wanted to thank Newington Healthcare Center for coming out today to provide their lovely desserts and fruit and chocolate fountain that was luscious. We can thank Tina Bradbury. She can wave to us over there. And her friend Joan, who came to help today.
This is Tully.
And Tully from Newington Healthcare Center. Thank you. And Tina Bradbury not only comes and provides delicious treats for us from now and again, but she's the lady that does our mini manicure session on a monthly basis. And it's a very, very hot product. I think I'm booked through September for mini manicures right now. So thank you, Tina. I would also like to thank Channel 14. They've come here to film our activity today, our event today, and they're going to film our Rhythmaires later on. So we're all going to be on television. And I would like to thank in advance the Rhythmaires for coming. They're going to provide our entertainment at the end of our program today. Our Rhythmaires, led by Sadie Forte. They're a wonderful group. I know they're very talented because they practice across the hall for me every other Thursday. So I know they're very good. And they really represent the talent of the town of Wethersfield. They've been going everywhere, probably twice a month, and doing presentations for groups at nursing homes and assisted livings. So they are the talent of Wethersfield, and they parade around the state for us. Thank you to the Rhythmaire. And next, I'll follow the program here. The Community Cafe I would wish to thank, led by Jan Baldinger.
Yes!
The volunteers in the Community Cafe serve on average 20 meals a day, Monday through Friday, for residents of Wethersfield they provide a service for residents of Wethersfield who really have need, who might have difficulty making meals or want to come in and socialize because they're at home. It might be a lonely situation at home. So the Community Cafe provides an invaluable service for people really in need in our community. And I want to thank those ladies very much and gentlemen for helping me. And then the Senior Center Computer Learning Center. We want to thank all the volunteers there. The group is led by the chair of the volunteers there, which is Judy and Holger London in the back. And this is a very active group of volunteers, highly motivated and self-managed, thank goodness, because when they sit around and talk computers, I only get about a quarter of what they're talking about. So it's very good they manage themselves. But we just had a curriculum meeting for the CLC, and they're going to start all kinds of interesting programs in the fall. They do one-on-one sessions for people who, I can't tell you how many calls I've had from women who got iPads for Mother's Day, and they have no idea what to do with them. And our one-on-one volunteers are providing lots of service for them, and we encourage you to take a look at the classes in the newsletter coming up because we're trying all kinds of new things. So thank you to the volunteers in the community. And then our general Senior Center volunteers, you know, I can't say enough about them because I realize in the absence between Donna and Maria and me, they really held the works together. They kept the Senior Center going in the absence of an employee, of a coordinator. So they're wonderful volunteers. They run the halls every day. They're either carrying cups or carrying bingo cards or mahjong sets. And so they're just a wonderful, diverse group of volunteers. And I was standing in the back listening to Nancy Stillwell's comments, and it came to me, you're such a friendly group. And I think, you know, we live in a world today where everybody wants what they want, and they want it now, and they want to know what other people can do for them. But you are a group of people who want to do for other people, who say, what can I do for other people? It's unusual in the world we live in today, and it makes for a very wonderful setting here. Everyone has been so warm and welcoming to me. It's a very friendly place, and again, it's because all of you are giving rather than, you know, taking, worried about what you're going to get. You're all worried about how you can serve other people. So it's a wonderful group of volunteers. Some of them go quietly about their duties. You'd think they were employees because I see them here every day. They're walking the halls every day. So again, thank you to all the Senior Center volunteers for all that you do. And the last group I have the honor of thanking is of the Senior Club. And I see a lot of Senior Club members here, led currently by Joe Meehan.
Yes! Woo!
Oh, it's Rose that spoke the loudest, Joe. And the Senior Club do so many wonderful things. As listed here, they do, well, I'll say bingo for last, but not least. They do the bowling group and the bridge group, and they have their craft groups and golf and their setback. But of course, we can't forget the ever popular bingo. When I came into bingo for the first time, I think there were 111 people there that day. I understand they go to 130 frequently. And I thought some of the people were moving into the ballroom here because they had snacks and they had their lunches and they had their thermoses. And I was looking for the cots in the back, but I didn't see them. But again, it's a wonderfully devoted group of people who come and leave bingo. It's about winning $6 when the opportunity presents, but it's mainly about having fun. It's a social activity. The ladies say they've been coming for years and years and years. They sit at their same table and they socialize with their friends, and that's what it's all about. So again, those are the groups that I'm going to thank. And again, you're a wonderful group of people. You give more than you receive. And I thank you for being here. You've been so warm and welcoming to me. And I'm going to introduce Chris Taylor now. She's a lady who needs no introduction from Town Social Services, and she's going to thank some other groups of volunteers.
Thank you very much, Lisa. That was very, very nice. And I'm also going to do a short speech here today, but I wanted to say what a beautiful day it is. The sun came out, so this is fantastic. Again, I thank you for coming today to the volunteer recognition, for the unselfish time that you provide to Wethersfield, that there are truly people that still care for others in their communities. We certainly, like Nancy mentioned, Lisa and Mr. Bridges, that we could not do it without you, without your caring and devotion to others in the community. The groups that I have today to honor, and the first group that I have here on my list is the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee. They're composed of members that advise the community on concerns with senior concerns, and we've just had a very good program today, recently, called the Car Fit program. We had 27 people go through with their cars, and I think there was one person with a scooter. That was very unusual, but they got a lot of good advice and safety cues on how to use their mirrors the right way, and so that was a very good program. But that's one of the many of the programs that the Senior Advisory Committee sponsors. And if there's anyone here from the committee today that would like to stand up, we'd like to see who you are here in the volunteer recognition. Thank you very much for your service. And we also need committee members. So if you're interested, please go see Dolores Asano, the town clerk. We do need some more committee members. And our next meeting starts in September. The next list that I'm honored to mention is our friendly visitor volunteers. Our friendly visitors go out into the community. They go through I shouldn't say a rigorous training, but a 3-hour training program, and on the do's and don'ts and the social aspects of visiting someone, the psychological, the physical, any concerns they have are brought up during this training. It's a brief training, one time for 3 hours. We have one coming up in August, and we need more volunteers, both for friendly visitors and friendly shoppers. And if you're interested, please get in touch with me. We do have a few friendly visitors in the group today, and also I wanted to mention we also have friendly shopper volunteers, and the program's been restarted again. So, you know, I thank all the volunteers from all the previous years and the new volunteers that have come into the training. We need your help. We have a lot of people here in the community. Sometimes they're all alone at home. Their families worry about them. They live far away. They can't get to the grocery store. And our volunteers certainly could not, our seniors could not, be without people that are caring in the community that help them out and visit with them once a week and take their grocery list and buy the necessities that they need. So I thank both the friendly visitors and friendly shoppers. And if I have any friendly visitors or friendly shoppers, please don't be shy. Please stand up so we know who you are today. Thank you very, very much. We also have programs through our social and youth services. We have a CRT Energy Assistance Program that starts up in the fall, and we couldn't do it without volunteers that come out, and they do crowd control, they make copies, they make sure everyone's taken care of, that they have all the necessary paperwork, and you know who you are, so please stand up. The volunteers that help us with the renter's rebate and the CRT Energy Assistance. I think I have somebody hiding in the back there. Thank you very much for your volunteering. And again, I'm going to say it about 100 times. I can't thank you enough for what you do. If you know someone out there, we need more volunteers. We have people that call us almost every week that need someone to stop in and say hello. We have caregivers that need a break sometimes to get away, and they would like someone to stay with them, stay with their loved one in the home for an hour. So they can run out to the bank or run out to the store or give them a little tiny break. And or to take a grocery list and go shopping for someone. So if you know of anyone that has time, please tell them what you do, because we need more volunteers. We need great people like yourselves. Thank you very much for your dedication and caring, and enjoy the beautiful day today. Thank you.
Good evening. My list is getting so big it's on 2 sides now. So next year I promise to make the print bigger so everybody, including me, can read it better. Anyway, I work mostly with food bank in town, and I have some very dedicated volunteers that are there every week. Carolyn's here. Lou isn't here today, and I'm afraid I'm losing Lou. He's moving away, and he's there every day practically, taking care of the food bank and organizing. So if you know a good engineer who's retired, who's looking for a job, he's a retired engineering professor, and he loves to organize. So anyway, I am losing him, so I'm very sad to say that he will be leaving us soon. The other group I have is and I have a couple of other people that help with the food bank as well, who come in periodically, who are mentioned but are not here, but Carolyn is here. Thank you, Carolyn.
Yay, Carolyn.
I also have the mobile food share program, which I don't know how many people know what that is, but it's refrigerated truck that comes from Food Share every other Wednesday morning. And we have over 100 households every time that take advantage of getting fresh fruits and vegetables from Food Share. So it's very well attended, and you know, I have a lot of volunteers, residents that help out, and Kathy leads the group over there too. She helps me out with that. So Kathy Lieberman is back there. She helps out with that. And I don't know if I have any of my regular volunteers here for that. But anyway, I also have the medical equipment loan program, which takes care of equipment that's been donated to us or purchased for us. And I know Jean is here. Hi, Jean. And I have 2 other retired or semi-retired nurses who help us with that program, which is very well used in this town. We always appreciate that. Carolyn helps me with office stuff too, keeping up with the filing that I never seem to get to. So I thank you for that too. Also, we have holiday programs and school supplies program where we always use volunteers to help distribute the school supplies to the children. That's held in August every year in the town council chambers. And we're doing it differently than we used to. We've done it differently for a couple of years now, and it seems to be working very well. And then we have the holiday gift program, which is a couple weeks before Christmas, and we use a lot of volunteers for that too. So I just want to mention, I did put slips on the table for everybody to update your volunteer information for us, because this year with Donna leaving, I had a little bit of trouble trying to make sense of the list of all the people I don't know. So I'd like you to just update that information for me. You should be able to find your name on that green paper that has all the volunteers listed on both sides. If you want to put down what you're doing now, and if you're continuing with that, it would be great. If there's something you're interested in, you can put that down as a potential interest. Also, I am asking for volunteers for the school supplies program in August. I do have a sign-up sheet on the other side that if anyone's interested in that, they can see me before they leave. Okay, I just saw Pat Meskel walk in, and Pat is retiring this week from our department, so we wish her well. She's not going very far. She's actually going to the town of Newington, so she's continuing her mission there. I'm going to do a raffle right now. So does everyone have a ticket? I gave out tickets, but if someone didn't get one, please let me know before we do. Okay. Chris, or Lisa, could you? Is there anyone else? Is just one or more? Two? Just one picture. All right. Anybody else? We're all set? We're raffling off the flower centerpiece on the main table over there that was provided by the flower box. I don't want to pick the ticket, so Pat, do you want to do the honors? Patricia, do you want to do the honors? Sure.
Didn't expect this. I'm busy eating chocolate over there.
Okay, this is for the floral centerpiece. The number is 327051. She'll bring it to you. Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, nice.
I have a couple of. First of all, at your places, there's a plant on every table. What I'm going to do is say the person whose birthday is closest to today's date So either before it or after it, whoever is the closest gets the plant on the table. So you can discuss among yourselves before you leave who gets it. Before we do, one more thing, excuse me. I have two extra plants up here, so I'm going to raffle these off too. Okay, this one is 327041. You want to pick one of these? Okay. 327032. And finally, I just want to introduce the Rhythm Airs. They're going to provide the entertainment. If you want to still get up and get some refreshments, please feel free to get up and get some more refreshments. And thank you again for all that you do for us.
We don't care that you eat. Our group is going to come up and sing for you while you're eating. They're dying to sing for you. A group of songs, I call them happy songs. They're from the era of ragtime. And you'll know them. And we hope, if you know the song, sing along with us. Our biggest thing is going out to sing for the different patients or residents of homes and institutes and Sacred Heart Church, South End Community Center. We do a lot of trips out and we make everybody smile. If we see them coming in and our heads are bent down low, by the time we leave, they're singing back to their rooms. So it's a good volunteer group. They do it voluntarily. They like to sing, but they're also hands. So they like to perform. And they love to perform for all the people in the surrounding towns. We don't do nights or highways, but that's okay. So the first group of songs we're going to sing are called Ragtime, or Happy Songs. You'll know what they are. It's maybe a group of 3 or 4 songs. But first we have to do our theme song, which is, since we're the Rhythm Airs, it's going to be We Got Rhythm. Our first song is called, you probably know it, Baby Face. And with that we'll follow with Oh You Beautiful Doll. remember these? These are old ragtime tunes. 20s, 30s. So we'll sing I Want to Be Happy. Not much. If you know this, we'll do it twice. You sing the second Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime town. Send me a kiss goodbye. Honey, my heart's on fire. If you confuse me, honey, you lose me. Never be left alone. Oh, baby, till I'm gone. Some are with us today because one's in Florida or one's sick, but Marion is going to do zippity doo. Now, I know you know that. So, the second part, second time we sing it, sing along with
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. It's the bluebirds on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Everybody, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine in my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Now we're gonna have a summer song. And these, I know you know. Good old summertime by the sea. So you can sing along with us on those. The first one, Good Old Summertime. You know that one? When we started this group,
We didn't have a guitar player, but we found one. She came to sing, and I could see she knew music. And then I find out she can play guitar, so now she's playing guitar, and she's going to do the next number, which is by the Drifters. It's a little later on, but it's called On the Boardwalk.
When the sun beats down, puts the tar upon the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. On the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah, a blanket with my baby. Where are we? la 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 blanket with my baby where I under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun, under the boardwalk, people walking above, under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love under the boardwalk.
That's Kathy and the team. All right. She's gonna come back and do it. Get you really mad. Okay, now this one, by the sea. Who doesn't know by the sea? Everybody knows by the sea. You know by the sea. Sing with us.
How about down by the old mill street? That one,